Now, what are we talking about in this part? We are going to find out whether you are going to leave anything to your kids. Have you ever thought that if you did leave them a pot of money, it might ruin them? Nigella Lawson doesn't plan on leaving a penny to her children, 2 from her first marriage to late John Diamond and a stepdaughter. She's married to Charles Saatchi. And together they're worth something like £110 million. Small fry compared to some of the people on this panel. Now, handing her kids financial security on a plate can only damage them in the long run, she says, adding, not having to work ruins people. But Charles Saatchi disagrees, which is interesting. Now, the late Body Shop founder, Dame Anita Roddick, who was worth more than £130 million, told her kids she wouldn't leave them a penny. We miss her, don't we? I do, anyway. And last month, Paris Hilton's granddad, Baron, vowed to donate 97% of his £1 billion fortune to charity, and that means Paris is going to only get £5 million, not the £100 million she originally expected. Of course, we're talking big bucks here, but what about the rest of us? Are you planning on spending every penny you've made on yourself or giving it to charity, doing what my mum's doing? Or how about your favourite daytime TV presenter, you know? Or are you going to waste it on your ungrateful kids, effectively ruining their miserable lives, Richard?
I got a bit of a shock, actually, a few years ago when my son, who's now 15, he would have been about 12, you know, and I had a Ferrari.
Yeah.
And he turned to me and he said, Dad, when I'm older, I don't think I'll have a Ferrari, I think I'll have a Lamborghini. So I got a bit of a shock, and it did make me think about the whole thing. And also...
Well, because he just expects to be able to have it,
yeah. He said, I don't want a Ferrari, it's not good enough. So that really made me think, and I think what I will do is delay it as long as possible till they're 30 or something like that, and they, you know, see some signs that they're actually doing something. University.
But you will ultimately.
I think you give part. I think the middle road is probably the answer.
I find it fascinating
because large amounts.
I mentioned before, there's a very famous rock guitarist, and he's got exactly this problem with his teenage boy. He just says he just can't get him motivated to do anything because he's so aware there's tens of millions of pounds coming down, or going to come down in the not too distant future.
Yeah. So I remember myself paying off your mortgage, and you know, little steps like that drive you, and you know, going to university, thinking you're going to get a good job. You know,
if they know they're going to get it, if they know they're going to get a pot at 30, then I mean, you know, it's human nature. Well, I would take my 20s off.
But having said that, I think if it was £17,000, I think for that amount, I don't think that's a life-changing amount.
No.
So I think you would leave that to your children.
Yeah. OK, Bill. Well, there's also an issue about whether you should spend your own money on yourself, of course, as well.
Well, yeah. I actually feel very strongly about this one because I'm in a position which kind of represents the whole thing. I'm 1 foot in the grave. Maybe a toe. Maybe a toe.
It's anyway. A little hairy one.
That's not breaking any secret news to you. But no, I am at that age where you really start thinking about these things. I have 3 daughters. Youngest 22, 2 in their 30s. I have 3 grandchildren. And the biggest satisfaction, one of the biggest satisfactions I get, and I'm not in the ultra-rich bracket, but I do OK, is that I can afford to help them in what they're doing now.
Yeah. Not
save it till the end. You know, the great thing, it's absolutely crucial to my whole life to be able to say, not silly money, but, you know, for example, when there were students, that's the obvious one. This guy, ironically, who's had to, you know, been fired from the services because he gave his kids 10,000 quid to do some work to get to university. Well, I would have thought anybody would, any parent would.
OK, so you're saying use the money while you're alive.
Use it to a certain extent, yes. But don't make them ask, because they'll resent it and you'll resent it. So try and anticipate that. And don't wait until they're in trouble. You know, know that there are certain things which it would help. And especially, for example, family holidays. I love paying for a holiday and getting all my grandchildren and my daughters along. It's fantastic.
OK. What will you do at home? Are you going to leave anything for your kids to spend it all on yourselves, Corinne?
Let's see what Sam thinks then. She's from Barnet on line 1.
Sam, good morning.
Good morning, hi.
Hi there. What are your thoughts on this, Sam?
Well, my parents have both used their income and what they would leave to us as they've emotionally blackmailed us, and I've seen the effects that has had on my siblings. And
how have they done it? What have they done?
Sorry?
What have they done? How have they done this emotional blackmail?
For instance, after an argument, we're going to leave everything to you. I've got a son. I've got a 4-month-old son. And I find it abhorrent to think I would never leave anything to him, but I feel that I would never play that game with him if I ever became really, really rich, because, you know, my mother most recently, she said to me, I'm going to leave everything to your son. I'm not going to leave anything to you. And I just thought, God, I don't actually want anything to do with you at all. And my 4-month-old is now waking up. And I've seen my half brother, his career aspirations of being a musician, and he's incredibly talented, just go down the drain when he was bought a house and told he was going to inherit an absolute fortune. He stopped getting up in the mornings. Yeah. So I think, and he's really, really talented and beautiful, and I do think that it's a very, very dangerous game you're playing with human beings.
I think so too. I think Bill's rules are very good. I'm going to give the last word to Amanda on this, because we're almost out of time.
I agree with Bill in terms of things like if you've got the money, things like holidays. I buy nice presents for my family and things, but the kind of giving your kids a car when they're 18 or buying them a house and things like that, I don't agree with, because I don't think...
You think people should make their own way?
Make your own way and then leave it to them, but just don't tell them.
I'll say again, if you're old, dodgy heart, maybe just won the lottery, I am available, just send it in. You can trust me with your cash. Thank you,
Stop looking at me.